Hey guys, so I wanted to give you a look at where we're going to be spending the next couple of days. We're just going to be boondocking, but I wanted you to see where we are boondocking, so here we go. How's that for a free campsite?
Dennis, where are you? The beach? You're right. Something's not right here.
Welcome to Galveston Island, everybody. So we've been at Jamaica RV for the past few days, which really nice RV park. But we've got a couple of days layover between leaving there and getting to our next campground. So it turns out there's some pretty awesome boondocking opportunities here on the island. And we just happen to be at one right now. We are beachside, hanging out for a couple of days.
Yeah, we're actually standing at our trailer.
Yeah,
So this is how close we are.
We're
on
using
the beach.
the outdoor kitchen as a windbreak for the microphone. So yeah, free. You can stay for up to 14 days, completely free. And I was kind of skeptical about pulling the trailer out here onto the sand, just because of weight. And this sand's a lot different than North Carolina sand that I'm used to driving on. We actually stopped yesterday and talked to a guy in a fifth wheel, and he said, yeah, it's hard pack. You're not going to sink in it. And he was right. We pulled out onto it easy enough and got set up. And now we're just going to enjoy the time here on the beach. The dogs are enjoying the time on the beach because unlike campgrounds, they're allowed to just hang out outside with us. So.
Yeah, so they get to actually run. Maynard learned that he loves the water, the ocean water. He was chasing the bubbles as the waves were hitting. So I think this is going to be good for all of us. Just freedom and space away from everybody else.
Yeah. So. Except for the birds landing on top of the trailer. That drives me nuts.
But we do have our solar, so we have a little bit of power. Kenny filled up the water in the trailer, so we do have water too. So it's not going to be bad. And it's supposed to be really nice the next couple of days, so it should be warm.
This wind that you see is supposed to die down later this evening. So.
I know my hair looks amazing.
So yeah, if y'all are ever in the Galveston area and you're just wanting to do some free boondocking, check out the Galveston Island. The area we're in is Freeport, Texas. I think this exact area they call Surfside Beach. So yeah, if you're in the area, it is worth checking out if you just want to spend a couple of days on the beach.
Boondocking doesn't mean that you have to eat cereal all day. You do have propane, so you can still cook a good meal. And if you have a Blackstone, even better. You can get the hubby to cook outside.
So welcome to day 3 of being on the beach boondocking. So we've had a lot of fun doing this. We've enjoyed our time here. We are debating today as to whether we're going to leave and head towards San Antonio, or if we're going to tough it out for one more day. And I say tough it out because the past 2 days have been extremely cloudy, where like you could literally look at the sun. There were so many clouds.
Like you can see behind us, it's actually 10 o'clock and it's foggy.
Yeah. So what that means for us, we don't run a generator. We rely on our solar to keep the batteries charged, so that we can run things like our refrigerator. Other than that, we don't run anything else. So that's all we rely on that solar for. But even running the minimum stuff with the cloud cover, it has been extremely hard to keep the battery charged. In fact, last night we lost power for a little while. And I know this isn't the smartest idea, but we had to have something. So I actually plugged us into the truck for about 30 minutes.
And we drove to the gas station to kind of get some power too, because we've stayed hooked up. we're have our landing gear down on the beach, but we're also hooked up to the truck, so it's actually pretty easy to just take off when we want to.
Yeah. So we drove around for a little bit to get some juice to the battery so that the refrigerator would keep running, and it didn't make it through the night, but it was still cold in there, and the sun was out enough early this morning that it was able to charge up the battery so that we have power to the refrigerator again. So
sit down, bud.
Looking at the weather, it looks like it's going to be another cloudy day.
Let me go ahead and show you what that's looking like. Yeah.
So we're thinking we may go ahead and hit the road, get to some actual power. That way we don't have to worry about the sun, whether it's going to come out or not. So
yeah, so it has been amazing boondocking on the beach. Honestly, I posted the picture the first day of what it looked like outside our door and then all the windows. I mean, how close are we?
I mean, now we're about 50 yards from the water.
We're like right here at the water. Like the spot we're at now, because we moved yesterday to another spot, we're actually getting sea spray.
Yeah.
So I'll show you the door right now has water all over it, but we're safe enough away to where it's not going to hurt us.
Yeah, we're way out of the tide zone, so that's not a concern. But we have to wash the truck and the trailer pretty much immediately.
But it has been amazing. I mean, just looking outside and being able to sit here now on the couch, you can probably hear the waves. Like, it's even better than a beach house. I mean, you're even closer than that. It has been so much fun. I love the beach, so that's been great. So the first place we were at, there were some other people doing it too. Everybody gave each other lots of space, so nobody was on top of each other. It was still nice. When we left yesterday, we came back to another spot, and there were some, what are they called? The vans.
Well, it's the conversion vans. It's the new thing, you know, take the van and turn it into a house kind of thing.
So there were a few of those out here, but then by the end of the night, we were by ourselves, and as far as I can see, it's kind of hard to see right now with the fog, there is not a single person out here, and it is amazing. That's what I think when I think boondocking, of being by yourself. So we've enjoyed that after being so close to people for a while.
The first night we had some guy, it takes a real genius to do this, came out in his Dodge Challenger and was doing donuts in the middle of the beach. I was really hoping he would get stuck so I could go laugh at him, because I wouldn't have helped pull him out. I'd have let him sit there and let the tide take his nice new car.
So another thing is, the space, but the dogs. Our dogs, they're really nice, but there's one, he's gotten attacked so many times by other dogs that he's really, really like nervous around them. And then Charlie, our Great Dane, the other dogs are like
I don't know,
scared of him. They're like intimidated by Charlie, so they'll try to growl at him, get him going. So we've got to kind of be really cautious with when we take them out. And here's not been the case. They've loved it. They've been running on the beach and playing and going for walks, and it's been awesome.
Yeah, they've enjoyed it. They've gotten to lay out on the beach in the sun and stuff. And I'm sure they're going to be sad to see the beach go, but this is kind of our first like actual boondocking experience, and so I think there's plenty more to come. We are going to go ahead and invest in a generator just for cases like this where the sun doesn't come out. I can just plug us into the generator at night and let that run. So
for working, we worked in the truck last night. We have an inverter that changes the regular outlet to the car charger. Can you sit down? And we were able to use a little lantern light that my sister-in-law gave us for Christmas for the lighting, and a virtual background so they couldn't tell we were sitting in the truck. So that worked perfectly. It was do what you gotta do, because we still have to work on the road. So
it was kind of funny. I was teaching a class about Thomas Edison last night. And for those of you that don't know, Thomas Edison created GE. His whole plan was to create a power company that would power the world, and he did. So I kind of played that into my class last night. I said, I'm going to tell you guys what he did, and then I'm going to tell you the irony. I said, I have no power right now. I am teaching you in my truck with a lantern. And so the kids thought that was kind of funny, and that was kind of fun, and I was able to play that into my class. So yeah.
Being flexible is really important. 1, with this lifestyle. 2, with boondocking. And 3, with being an online teacher.
Yeah.
So flexibility.
Yeah.
So those have all been wonderful, but they're just like anything else. It has its downfalls. So what are kind of the cons of boondocking on the beach?
Well, the thing is even if we unhook, I'm not sure how comfortable I would be with leaving the trailer here.
Yeah.
It is public access. There is no like gate, no security. I mean, you might see a Parks Department vehicle go up and down the beach, maybe, and that's normally only in the evening, maybe a handful of times. So for that reason, I don't know how comfortable I'd be leaving our trailer sitting on the beach. So that's one thing that I would say. If you do come out here to do this, be willing to stay and stick it out and come prepared so you don't have to run to town to get anything.
So like I said before, the condensation, the humidity, the water from the actual ocean, that kind of sucks. It's making the floors really damp. The door right now looks like it's getting rained on, and there's like the spray coming in. So everything's like, I don't know. I'm growing up clammy. I don't know. Is that a word for everybody else? Where you're all clammy. You just feel like sticky. Yeah. That's what it is on the floors, on us. It's kind of hard to get all the sand off you.
We'll have to put a picture of our friend Squishy.
Yeah, Kenny found some new friends.
Quite a few.
What were they called?
So, I guess Galveston's having a bad year with Portuguese man-of-war. And so, last night when we got to this new spot, I'd walked the beach a little bit, and I found like 3 of them washed up on the beach. This morning when I went out, there's probably 10 to 20 washed up on the beach out there. So yeah, we'll put a picture of our new friend Squishy right here. So, like I said, we've enjoyed boondocking. This is definitely something we'll do more of. But guys, if you're ever in Galveston, like we said, check out the area around Freeport, Texas for free boondocking on the beach. And if this video helped you out, if it gave you some ideas, if it made you want to go boondocking on the beach, go ahead, like this video, subscribe so you can see our next videos, and hit the bell so you get notifications of when we post that next video. So, what's the word? What is the phrase? Onward and upward? Yeah, something like that. So yeah, anyhow, we'll see you guys next time.
Say bye.
Bye.
Lucas?